Hi students, let's continue the topic principles of accounting. The next principle is full disclosure principle. Every business organization should disclose all relevant information in the financial statements. So while preparing financial statements, it should not conceal anything from the outsiders. So at the time of preparing profit and loss account and balance sheet, these are the financial statements of a business firm. Okay, so at the time of preparing profit and loss account and balance sheet, the company should disclose all important information in it. Okay, we should not conceal anything from the outsiders. That is what full disclosure principle says. Next principle is dual aspect principle. Dual aspect principle. According to this principle, every business transaction has two aspects. Every business transaction, you take any transaction, we can see two aspects are there. One receiving aspect and one giving aspect. One receiving aspect and another one is giving aspect. The receiving aspect is called debit and the giving aspect is called credit. Okay, so according to the dual aspect concept, every transaction has how many aspects? Two aspects will be there. One aspect is receiving aspect and the another aspect is giving aspect. And the receiving aspect is called debit and the giving aspect is called credit. Okay, just an example. When a machinery is purchased for cash, he purchased a machinery by paying cash. Okay, so as far as the business is concerned, machinery is the receiving aspect. Okay, the business receives machinery and cash is the giving aspect because we are paying cash to the supplier of the machinery. So cash is the giving aspect. So two aspects are there. When a machinery is purchased, machinery is the receiving aspect and the cash is the giving aspect. So the receiving aspect is called debit. So here machinery is treated as debit and cash is the credit aspect. Okay, this principle gives rise to the accounting equation. One accounting equation is there. What is accounting equation? Assets is equal to equities. That is accounting equation. Assets is equal to equities, or assets is equal to, we can divide the equities into two, capital plus liabilities. Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. Capital means the amount contributed by the owner plus liabilities. Liabilities means the amount due to the outsiders. Okay. Assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. Next, modifying principles. For providing reliability and dependability to the user of information, the accounting system should be modified, and for that purpose some additional principles have been developed. Okay, in order to ensure reliability and dependability of the accounting information provided to the users, the accounting principles must be modified. Okay, so in order to ensure this, then some additional principles have been developed. Such principles are called modifying principles. Let us see which are the important modifying principles. First one is materiality principle. Materiality principle. So materiality principle states that only material information means important or relevant information are to be recorded in financial statements. So at the time of preparing financial statements, only material informations are to be recorded in financial statements. All other insignificant informations should be ignored. Some information may not be important but may be relevant. So In such cases, it should be recorded as footnotes. Okay, only material information should be recorded in the financial statements. All other insignificant information should be ignored. Okay, then in some cases, some information may not be important, but it may be relevant. So in such cases, such information should be given as a footnote. Okay, that is what materiality principle states. Next one is consistency principle. Consistency principle. The consistency principle states that once you adopt an accounting principle or method, continue to follow it consistently in future accounting periods. That means you should not change one accounting method or one accounting principle adopted frequently. Okay, once you adopt a particular accounting principle or method, you should continue to follow it for at least 3 or 5 years. Okay, then after you can change this principle. Then the main purpose of this principle is to keep the financial statements comparable from one year to another. Then only we can ensure the comparability of financial statement. Suppose a firm uses one accounting principle in 1 year, then another year another accounting principle, then another year next principle, like then we can't compare the financial statements of that particular firm of 1 year with that of other year. So in order to ensure the comparability of financial statements, what is needed? We should follow consistency in accounting principles and accounting methods. Okay, this principle is more important in the method of charging depreciation, stock valuation, etc. Okay, so for the purpose of charging depreciation, different methods are there. For example, straight line method, diminishing balance method, then sum of digits method, etc., etc., annuity method, etc. Okay, we should follow one method continuously, consistently. Then for the purpose of stock valuation, different methods are there. We should follow one method. Okay. The next one is conservatism or prudence. Conservatism or prudence. The idea behind this principle is to anticipate no profit and provide for all uncertain risks and losses. We can anticipate all losses, but we shouldn't anticipate profit. Okay, it means that while preparing financial statements, all possible losses should be recorded. What is needed? We should record all possible losses. Okay, and all possible profits should be ignored. We can record only possible losses. We can record possible profits. That is conservatism, the principle of conservatism or prudence. For example, stock is valued at cost price or market price, whichever is less. Okay, at the time of valuing stock, we should follow the principle of conservatism. It is valued at either cost price or market price, whichever is less. And another example is making provision for doubtful debts. Making provision for doubtful debts. These are the examples of conservatism or prudence. അപ്പോൾ എന്താണ്? ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ സ്റ്റോക്ക് വാല്യൂ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ് വാല്യൂ ചെയ്യുക? അതിൻ്റെ കോസ്റ്റ് പ്രൈസ് വാങ്ങിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് 10 രൂപയാണ് അതിൻ്റെ വില. ഇന്ന് അതിന് മാർക്കറ്റിൽ 12 രൂപയുണ്ട്. മാർക്കറ്റിൽ 12 രൂപയുണ്ട്. നമ്മൾ സ്റ്റോക്ക് കാണിക്കുക ഇതിലേതാണോ കുറവ്. ഇപ്പോൾ മാർക്കറ്റിൽ വിറ്റാൽ 12 രൂപ കിട്ടും. പക്ഷെ ആ വിലയിലല്ല നമ്മൾ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. മാർക്കറ്റ് പ്രൈസ് ഓർ കോസ്റ്റ് പ്രൈസ് വിച്ച് ഈസ് ലെസ്. 10 രൂപക്കാണ് കാണിക്കുക. പോസിബിൾ ആണ്, 2 രൂപ ലാഭം ഉണ്ടാവാനുള്ള ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ ലാഭം ഒരിക്കലും നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യില്ല, റെക്കോർഡ് ചെയ്യില്ല. ഭാവിയിൽ ഉണ്ടാകാൻ പോകുന്ന ലാഭം ഒരിക്കലും മുൻകൂട്ടി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തില്ല. അതേസമയം നമ്മൾ പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്ന നഷ്ടം നമുക്ക് മുൻകൂട്ടി അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ രേഖപ്പെടുത്താം. പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്ന ലാഭം ഒരിക്കലും അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ രേഖപ്പെടുത്താൻ പാടില്ല എന്നുള്ളതാണ് കൺസർവേറ്റിസം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ prudence എന്നുള്ള പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ കൊണ്ട് അർത്ഥമാകുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, നെക്സ്റ്റ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ഈസ് timeliness. Timeliness. Accounting information should be made available in time to the various users. Okay, it is said that information delayed is information denied. Okay, information delayed is information വൈകി കിട്ടുന്ന ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ അത് കിട്ടാതിരിക്കുന്നതിന് തുല്യമാണ്. It is the duty of the accountant to supply the information to various users in time. So it is the duty of the accountant to give the necessary information to various users in time. So timeliness principle states that accounting information should be made available to the various accounting users in time. Next one is industry practice principle. Industry practice principle. It is desirable to adopt uniform practices and principles by all the companies in the same industry. So industry here means a group of firms producing same product. Okay, a group of companies engaged in the same type of operations. That is what is called industry. So all the companies working in the same industry should follow uniform practices and principles. Okay, it helps the firm to make inter-firm comparison. Inter-firm comparison. Okay, so if all firms in an industry follow the same principles and methods, it is possible to make comparison. Okay, so inter-firm comparison is possible only through following the uniform practices and principles by all the companies in the same industry. Okay, thank you.